morning. Today we're going to read That's Mine, Horace, by Holly Keller. I wonder what he's talking about. Something he feels belongs to him, and maybe somebody else is playing with it. What do you think? Let's find out. One sunny morning, when the air was filled with the perfume of clover, Horace found a little truck in the schoolyard. It had two tiny doors that opened and closed, shiny red seats, and black rubber wheels that spun without making a sound. Horace thought it was the best truck he had ever seen. See right here? Here's the truck he found. Wonder if somebody left it. Miss Pepper rang the bell for everyone to come inside. Horace waited, but nobody came for the truck. He opened the doors and snapped them shut. He spun the wheels. Miss Pepper rang the bell again. Horace looked around. Nobody was coming, and nobody was watching. He stuffed the truck into his pocket and ran back into class. Wonder what's going to happen next. Horace thought about the truck all morning. It felt heavy in his pocket. He wanted to take it out, but he didn't dare. Why do you think he didn't dare? That's right, because it belongs to somebody, but not to him. During spelling, Miss Pepper asked him to spell tree. Truck. He said loudly, and everyone laughed. What did he spell? He spelled truck. He didn't spell tree. He had truck on his mind. By snack time, Horace couldn't stand it anymore. He had to roll the truck on the floor just once. Hey, that's mine, Walter shouted when he saw it. Horace took my truck. So this guy's name is Horace. Horace couldn't believe it. His heart started to pound, and the fur on his back, the back of his neck, stood straight up. But the truck, he put the truck back into his pocket and quickly went to get a cookie. Is that Walter's truck? Miss Pepper asked when she poured Horace's juice. Horace shook his head. No, he said, it's mine. Miss Pepper patted the top of Horace's head. I know you would never tell a fib, Horace, she said. I think she was waiting to see if he would do the right thing. When it was time to go home, Horace didn't wait to say goodbye to Miss Pepper. He didn't want to see her. He grabbed his lunchbox and ran straight home. He hid the truck under his pillow and left it there until bedtime. What a nice truck, Mama said when she tucked him in. Where did you get it? Walter gave it to me, Horace said. To keep? Mama asked. Horace nodded. His grandpa sent him a new one. Mama patted the top of Horace's head. I know you would never take anything that didn't belong to you, she said. Horace turned over and shut his eyes before Mama could give him a kiss. I think he's feeling a little guilty because he's told some fibs, hasn't he? Let's get to the next page. Horace woke up in the middle of the night. It was very dark in his room. His bed looked like a big orange truck. Horace thought it was taking him back to school. No, he said out loud. I don't want to go. He turned on his light and pulled his blanket up over his eyes, but he couldn't fall asleep. He's feeling a little guilty. In the morning, it was raining, and Horace was very tired. His head hurt, and he had a stomach ache. Mama called Dr. Single, Singe. The doctor looked in Horace's ears and listened to his chest. I'm sure he'll be fine in a few days, she told Mama. Horace didn't think so. You can stay in bed and play with your truck, Horace, the doctor said. Is it new? Horace didn't answer. Miss Pepper called the next day. She said that Melanie was going to deliver some get well letters from the class on her way home from school. It, is that what all she said? Horace asked. No, said Mama. She said she thought you would feel better soon. Horace put a stay out sign on his door, but Melanie said she was coming in anyway because she'd already had all that. I guess she had already been sick. Melanie dumped a big pile of letters onto Horace's bed. There was a drawing from Alice and a riddle from Fred, but they didn't make Horace feel better. There was a letter from Walter, too. Horace took the paper out of the envelope very slowly. It said, Dear Horace, I hope you get well soon and come back to school. Your friend Walter. P.S. It's okay for you to keep the truck until you're all better. Then you have to give it back. Uh-oh. Wonder what Horace is going to do. The next morning, Horace announced that he felt fine and he was ready to go back to school. Mama went to the kitchen to make his lunch, and Horace looked at the truck. He opened the doors and snapped them shut and spun the wheels. It was the best truck he had ever seen. He put it in his pocket. Let's welcome Horace back to school, said Miss Pepper after she rang the bell. At recess, Horace climbed to the top of the slide when Walter was at the bottom. Here it comes, Horace announced, and he let the truck roll all the way down. Then he went sliding down after it. Come on, said Walter. Let's play in the sandbox. Walter built a road, and Horace dug a tunnel. They were playing with the truck together. When Miss Pepper rang the bell, Walter took the truck. Then he and Horace ran back to school together. Now the truck was in Walter's hands, the person who owned the truck. That was very nice of Horace to give it back to him, wasn't it? I think he should have said that it was not his to start with. However, he did correct the problem. And that's what's important. When you make a mistake, make sure you correct the problem. Okay? The end. That's mine, Horace.